water, the air, the food, resources, you know, nations. All right, every is described underneath the rule of the wicked. You got it, brother.
Verse 4 it says, finishing out, it says, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah.
Yeah, Hephzibah, which means like the light is in her. All right, because Israel is that calm and delicate woman. All right, and then Beulah means to be married. All right, because we're married to Yahweh Shekhem Shai. Jeremiah at 14 and jumping to verse 20 tells you that. Right, and the Lord said we dealt treacherously with him. That's why we got divorced. The Lord turned his face from us, man. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married.
Yeah, we're gonna be back at one with the land when the Lord physically puts us back. All right, showing you, and that's a cut too, showing you that the people claiming to be the real deal ain't the real deal. The Lord said He was gonna physically put His people back, not no goddamn Balfour Declaration, right? Not these different what's it called, the leaders, yeah, the different leaders on how they began to take the land and all of that.
Genesis chapter 15 and verse 18. It says, in the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, which is surname Abraham. It says, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, the river of Egypt, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Pretty much, it's what scholars call the Fertile Crescent, from over by the Nile River, the border of Egypt, all the way to pretty much the Euphrates River. And, the Holy Land. Yeah.
And that's what Amalek is fighting now. This is why they're trying to take over the Palestinians in Gaza. You know, they're trying to expand their hegemony. You know, that's why throughout time since you're on the earth, there's always been controversies and conflicts in that region of the earth, right? They call the so-called Middle East, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, right? Israel, okay, Kuwait, all right, all those lands in that general area. Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, for as a young man married a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee, and as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy Lord rejoice over thee.
Yeah, we're gonna be joined back. We're gonna be joined back to our power, man. That's symbolic what the Lord is talking about, man. Read that one more time, man. So like I appreciate
God. Isaiah 62 and verse 5, it says, for as a young man married a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee, and as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy power rejoice over thee.
There you go, man. So quick precept, Revelation 19 and 7 through 9. You know? Because we're fighting to partake in the marriage, man, which is what? Ultimately salvation, being delivered. Revelation 17, 9 and 7 and 9. I'm sorry, Revelation 19, 7 through 9.
Revelation chapter 19 and verse 7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come.
See, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. Our salvation is nearer than we believe. Right? And when we go up into the chariot, that's the marriage. That's the ceremony, man. We're going to be changed. Right? And we're going to partake in the song of Moses, the glory, and those that overcame the tribulation when you read Revelation 15. Go ahead.
It says, and his wife hath made herself ready.
See that? And his wife have made herself ready. Israel, you tribes, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Go ahead.
That's adorning herself. White garment, all that, it shows that the elect have made themselves, prepared for the house shot. It says, and to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white.
Yeah, fine linen, clean and white, man, which is also tied to the knowledge.
Right.
All right? And also the victory. Go ahead, anymore?
For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints.
That's right.
And he saith unto me, right blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, these are the true sayings of the Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, there you go. So blessed are they that are called into the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is what we're fighting to be a part of. This is why we come out here week in and week out to give you this truth, man. So that we're found worthy to be saved, man. Remember, Zechariah 13:8 tells you that a third should be left therein, man. That third is the 1/3. All right, 144,000 prophets and teachers, and the men, women, and children that believe on the gospel. All right, go ahead, bro. You got it.
It's Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 1. And it says, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garment.
Yeah, it's true. Right? It's time to wake up and put on thy beautiful garments, which is the word, man. All right? Because the elect will be properly clothed. They will be covered in the correct doctrine. Go ahead, brother.
On Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Yeah, no. So this is the last rule of the heathen, man. We're not going to be underneath the heathen no more after this. We're going to rule the earth and universe forever. All right, pertaining to prophecy, the promises of the Lord.
So according to 2 Ezra 6 chapter, the scriptures say that the world and everything in it belongs to the Israelites anyway. You know, so the only reason the heathen were able to possess everything is because of our disobedience. So the Lord had to put us in captivity to show us why, number one, the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments are needed in the earth, and two, to show us, all right, so that we can be true judges on what wickedness looks like at an all-time high. So when we get the power back, we'll be able to judge righteously.
Back to Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Yea, that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Yeah, so we're not gonna hold our peace. We out here day in and day out, week to week. All right, in season, out of season, man. The Lord told us to give him no rest. All right.
Because the thing that's been going on lately as far as the Epstein list and all the wickedness that's been coming out lately, is doing nothing more than propelling what we've been saying forward. Because as the prophets have been exposing Esau throughout the years, we're at a point in time now to where that exposure is hitting to where Esau is showing you that he's at his end. He has no choice but to come after us at this point. Because it's all revealing of what we've been saying from the Spirit of God. This is the wicked that's ruling right now.
Yeah, all that projection. All that shit caught up with your ass, man. You try to call us criminals and murderers, all right, and rapists and shit. And deflection. I'm sorry, deflection. All right, it's all coming home now, man.
You can't hide no more.
That's it. You was the one that's doing the shit. You try to call us all these names. Now look at your ass, man.
Right, and then like you brought out last week, where's all you Israelites out here that's not speaking out against these things, man? Y'all got all this stuff to say about Great Millstone, how we're pedos and like little girls and children. Why ain't y'all exposing Esau to the same thing? What are y'all talking about?
And these niggas is eating little girls and children, little boys, sexually abusing kids.
Right? The newest thing, I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch, but I sent out yesterday, the email was talking about jerky. Jerky is code name for children. They were eating children, man. Now you got pepperoni pizza, you got hamburgers, hot dogs, jerky, all these code words that these people were using in these emails, celebrities and all that were talking about on their Twitter accounts. That was all code names for children to show you that everybody is in it.
Yeah.
Your favorite actor, athlete, musician, whatever, they're all involved because in order for you to be up in this world, you got to get down with Satan.
That's it. Not to rant, but I remember John Legend, what's his wife's name? Whatever her name is, right? She had a whole rant years ago on Twitter on how she liked the taste of babies and blood and shit like that. Then I remember, what's the dude's name that be Blazing Drake, DJ Academics. He brought it out. He had brought it out about how, he was like, what's up with this whole shit? Drinking blood and babies and shit. And they made the nigga apologize, right? They made him apologize. He must have got the word from upstairs. Like, look, you better retract what you said, type shit. You see what I'm saying? So that show you, man, hey, like you said, your favorite celebrity, musician, whatever, all the motherfuckers is wicked.
Yeah, because like I saw this morning when I said Kobe. Everybody loved Kobe, but Kobe, the reason why he was able to get that 81-point game, he said he had pizza and pepperoni pizza and grape soda. So that show you even Kobe, LeBron, all these, man. Everybody's involved, man.
All compromise. You got it. You got to go ahead, man.
So 2 Ezra 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Amen.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So what we're seeing right now is the souls of the just, the righteous men, are the ones who are out here making these complaints. That everybody else is just going along with what's happening. And they're all complacent, right, in the situation. They might have an internal feeling about it, but they don't feel bad enough to speak out against it.
Yeah, because ultimately they're scared to go back. We're not worried about that because we have no confidence. That's why we can freely speak about these things because we have nothing on us. So, all these people like you mentioned that's complicit with everything is because Esau has something on him. Like what Kanye said, don't be surprised if you see a videotape of him coming and going or something like that because he understands it's like all the other people. Y'all got confidence, so he has no hope. This is Jeremiah 48 and 10. It says, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his soul of blood. And this Israelite is out here claiming to be leaders and prophets that have made backdoor deals with the devil, man. That's why they have things that prevent them from being able to teach the correct doctrine. That's why you see them holding back on the name. You're seeing them talking about how we're not supposed to speak about Esau. You got Nate, for example, talking about how we don't hate, he don't hate so-called white people. God hates them. Hate is a hate. That's the word. When you go into hate, it means that, keep it up real quick. And etymology, hate, that's not a bad thing. We're commanded to hate. Did not tell us, pretty much we hate what the Lord hates?
No, I got you. Yeah, we're commanded to hate. All right? We're commanded to hate wickedness, man. Yeah. And that's righteous. This is Psalm 97 and 10. It says, ye that love the Lord hate evil.
Hate evil. That's a commandment. You understand? Scriptures are commandments as well. These are all commandments for the follow as godlike.
Yep. Psalm 97 and 10. Ye that love the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, hate evil.
So if you claim to love God, it says that you're supposed to hate evil. So the wickedness that you see in the world, the pedos, the child trafficking, moles, you're supposed to hate that because the Lord hates that.
Exactly. But you'll have a Christian talk about some pray for Epstein, pray for Trump, right? It says he preserved the souls of the saints. He delivered them out of the hand of the wicked. And that's, I got that scripture for you too. Psalm 139 and 19. The one you spoke. Psalm 139 and 19. And it reads, it says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. But they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain.
Yeah, because this whole society is a giant middle finger to the Lord and His Son. So if you seeing how this world was constructed, how they bring people up, it's all to get you to come against the Lord.
That's it. Exactly. Verse 21 to point down to 22. Psalms 139:21. It says, "Do not I hate them, O Lord,
Right.
that hate thee?"
Do not hate them that hate the Lord. Okay.
It says, am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Right. Does it not bother you that the people coming up against the Lord, how they just able to just get away scot-free?
Right.
This is a sinful kingdom, and sin is promoted as good. All right, and the people that that run the society, they vilify the one that stands righteous. That should be it. That should make you mad because that's not true justice, man.
Yeah. This is verse 22. Surely oppression make a wise man mad.
Right.
Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred.
He hates them. When the Lord, King David said, he hates them with perfect hatred. And that's the thing. You gotta separate what you learn from the world and what you read in Scripture, because when you hear hate, you think of Esau's hate. That you can just go and genocide a land of people off of your benefit, or you can just racially profile and create a system that marginalizes the people because you feel like you're better than. That's not the hate the Bible speaks about.
I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies.
Count them my enemies, because anything that's an enemy of the Lord is our enemy.
That's right.
All right. So yeah. So when they ask these questions, do you hate white people? It's a trick. It's a loaded trick question.
Exactly.
And the answer we're supposed to say is we hate Edomites, because it's not about skin color.
Exactly.
God hates Edomites. So therefore,
Etymology for hate. It says regard with extreme ill will, have a passionate aversion to.
have a passionate aversion to, because it's not conducive to life. The things that they push here is not it doesn't bring forward a righteous kingdom. Tell me what benefit it is to allow two homosexuals to have a child in their house. All right, to pretty much allow a whole government of pedophiles to pretty much do what they want, and nothing has nothing to do with it. That doesn't benefit a society, all right? To raise up a whole community in Satanism when you claim to love the Lord, that's counterproductive.
Yeah, you can't read the scriptures with a westernized point of view.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
Because when you look up the water, the truth, it's a water type explanation. It goes into being opposed to the past. Because this so-called white man that set up a society where the new is the way. Forget the old. This is but the new way of how he's doing it, he's untested. And we'll come to realize that it's not going to stand the test of time. Because now we see the Lord, and he made everything. It's been tried, and it works.
That's a good way.
That's a good way. If you understand the laws, that's why certain things are put in place, such as, you have a code, because when you go into it, that's all going back to idol worship. The highest form of Satan worship is to be a mold. That's how they get their power, is to be a mold. Sexual magic, all right? Child, messing with children. These things get credence to idol worship. This is how these people, they're showing you how they worship their God, man.
Isaiah 5:20, we read, woe unto them that call evil good, good evil, brother.
Yeah, peace, brother.
So that means destruction to the our people, man. Glorify these that white folks they call evil good. Like, y'all sitting there and y'all glorify everything this man do, the fact that it's good.
Right.
But when you see the men of the Lord out here preaching good and telling y'all that's wrong, stop following the devil, but come back to y'all, but y'all call that evil.
Yeah.
Y'all saying we evil. We're trying to turn y'all back into your power. Preaching the Bible the correct and right way, which you have been preached the wrong way for so long, for centuries, man. And now, we trying to tell y'all been lied to. And y'all sitting up there, vilifying us, man. Y'all coming against the truth.
They come against it, but see, the truth is evil spoken in this world, because this is Satan's world.
Yeah,
So trying to live righteous in Satan's world, of course you're going to be looked at as evil, because they want you to be evil.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. Jacob's in darkness, man. And they put that first, man. They glorify being in darkness, man. Instead of putting the light, before darkness. They won't stand the dark. We out here sharing the light, tell y'all to come into it. Now, no, they ain't want to come to it. They want to stay doing their wicked because they're comfortable. That's all they ever do.
Because the wicked elite, they look at Satan how we look at the Most High. So it's like the opposite side of the spectrum. So they look at Satan like he's God. That's why you see the Masons and everybody Luciferians. Their God is Satan. The so-called AW, they tell you their God is Satan. It's Lucifer, it's really Satan. Because there's really two Lucifers in the scripture. All right, you have Lucifer on the left-hand side, you have Lucifer on the right-hand side. All right. So technically, we're Lucifer too. Because all Lucifer is white man, but at the end of the day, the people don't understand that. So when you start talking like this, they're like, how evil. You know?
Y'all in the code.
Yeah, so we go against the powers that may be.
Yeah. So going against the grain, so to speak. And that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, man. What we say to y'all, man, is bitter. But what, Esau and the devil speaking is preaching is sweet to y'all, man. It's like honey, y'all, man.
Yeah, because like you said, they put sweet to bitter and bitter to sweet. Because, hey, this truth is bitter. When you really get into what's being talked about in the scripture, it's bitter because just like, you go into like the health, all right? Too much sweetness is bad for you. All right, so this society, it gives you pleasure on top of pleasure, to where it's important to where you are overindulged. So when it starts going into the strictness of the scripture, all right, women need to be put up inside the house. All right, you're supposed to have self-control over your lust and all these different things. They look at that as, oh, y'all control it. Yeah. That's toxic.
We ain't doing that.
No, bro, that's the spirit of the Lord, man. He teaches control because too much of something, even if it's a good thing, comes to bad.
Where in the Bible does that say that? You want to believe it?
You got it. New King James translation, like, bro.
Every excuse on the sun.
No.
To do wickedness, man. Then come back to your power and do righteousness.
Okay. One more. It says, reading it again, it says, regard with extreme ill will, have a passionate aversion to, treat as an enemy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I got two. This is let me see.
What you got, man? My thing is, man, these Edomites are wicked, man. The obsession they have with children is crazy, man. You see what's coming out? Like we talked about the rituals and all of that, sacrifice and cannibalism. Then, hey, remember before Trump, well, even with Trump too, when Biden was in office, right? They was trying to convert kids to be whatever the fuck. Yeah, transformers and shit, cut their rods off and cut their titties off. Puberty blockers. It's like they was going full force at these kids, man. Right? These Edomites, they got it cool, man.
Keep saying it. It's been spread last few years. These are sons of the wicked.
This is good, man.
Like that shit you said this morning, that was wow, bro. Because they're in your face with it. Always been in your face with it. But the fact of the matter is that now that it's becoming common knowledge, bro, it's just like, why aren't more people know?
Just imagine what they do to the kids now. Just imagine slavery, but there was no law, we could do nothing.
No cameras.
And they were just running them up.
Oh, yeah.
Just imagine what they did to the kids.
Oh, yeah.
I got this. This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 14. And it says, and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off.
Hey, this year alone, shit, 2025, 24, 23. Them past years, man, it's been all these different uncovered trafficking rings in these different states, man. It'd be like fucking like 20 Edomites on the damn on the mug shots. How they found some 50 kids in a fucking basement, in some country area in the state. Yeah. In Florida, it was like that. In Alabama, it was like that. Man, they all over America. New York.
Remember the tunnel?
Yeah, the tunnel. Yep.
They found in New York, and they went down there, baby strollers.
Come on, man.
Like that.
These Edomites gotta fucking go, man.
But see, and I was telling y'all, they're riots. Yeah, the foster care.
Yep.
CPS and all that.
Yep.
But like I said,
Child care.
yeah. But they're riding that energy. Like I was telling y'all yesterday, they got a show on Prime called Cross. What I think Tyler somebody wrote the book.
That's tough.
Whoever the author is. But the new season they just came out with, it's all about children trafficking, child trafficking.
There you go.
And so you got these two northern kingdoms, it's a man and a woman, going around killing Edomites that's running this shit. But like I said, they're riding. They're just showing you this is all orchestrated.
There's a lot of red herrings. They make it look like they're making progress on finding all these kids and stuff like that.
Nah.
They just put that in the face of people so the outrage is big.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you got that movie that came out, Sound of Freedom. That was showing that shit. So it's all this orchestrated bullshit to get the people riled up. Because it's a distraction.
Super Bowl. They gave you the fucking All-Star game. Right now, you got Valentine's Day.
And all
This is the All-Star weekend.
Yeah, is this All-Star weekend? See?
There's orchestrated chaos.
Perfect timing with all this shit. Niggas don't care about what's really going on. That's why the Lord about to destroy this shit.
See niggas running around all day with red on, red.
Yeah. Roses and shit. Right? Wifing up hoes. Winding and dining hoes. Right. Bitch got a whole roster, man. Right? But she only talking to you.
Just your turn, man.
Yeah, it's just your turn, Jay. Jay gonna come out here and spend out $500 that he don't got.
Ain't gonna get nothing out of
Ain't
it.
gonna get no box.
Nobody.
And if you do, she sharing that shit for you. It's like, bro, it's not worth it.
Man. You gotta go.
Isaiah 59 and verse 14, it says,
This whole society is a shame.
No. But then, once again, that goes back to the hate. We're looked at as crazy for speaking out against this shit, right? Because once again, speaking about Valentine's Day, that goes back to pagan worship. Because when you go into the origin of Valentine's Day, it goes back to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which is a big ass sacrifice.
Yep. And fertility gods.
Fertility gods
You know,
and death.
Queen of heaven.
All these holidays you take part in, you're worshiping. But it's always bloodshed behind all of it.
Isaiah 59 and verse 14, finishing out, says, and judgment is turned away backward,
Yep.
and justice standeth afar off.
Exactly. Look what's going on, man. It's supposed to be fucking uproars. You find that these niggas is eating kids and drinking blood and shit, bro. Worshiping Satan. Where's the uproar at? Right? Go ahead, brother.
For truth has fallen in the street, and equity cannot
There
enter.
you go. Truth is falling in the street. Now they wanna give you jail time, man, for noticing, right? For noticing what Amalek is doing and calling it out, right? Now you're labeled anti, you know what, for stating facts. It's a wicked place, man. That don't make you mad, right? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 15, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Exactly, man. So you become a target for telling the truth. You become an enemy for saying and doing what's right. So the hell with this fucking place, man. What else do we got to lose out here, bro? Right? What are you still hanging on America for, man? This shit is done. Right? The food has gotten way entirely worse. Right? All these videos coming out with the fucking kids grinding up in the damn fast food and finding teeth and bones. And, you know what I'm saying? The impossible genetically created shit they got out here, man. This shit is over, man. You know? Yeah, man. You know, people dying from terrible cancers, all these newly created diseases and shit, man. It's just a wrap. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Exactly. That's why the Lord is coming to bring straight hell here. He has to. Big facts.
They really don't need, they just put that, they need that besides like there's injustice, but there's no justice, man. You know, we worry about the SB found, that shit to be done, man.
What's that?
You got devils prosecuting devils. They all will get you, man.
Yeah, like you brought out in the video, we have Attorney General Pam Bondi pretty much saying that if they persecuted everybody on that list, that would corrupt your company society.
No,
Because
did it happen?
everybody's on that shit.
Everybody.
So where's the time?
Fucking kids.
Gosh, Bon Sirach, let me,
Yo, I mean, whatever. Yeah, this is spirit, bro.
Bon Sirach 17 and 26, it says, turn again to the Most High, and turn away from iniquity, because when you look at how the world is ran right now, it's ultimately out of balance, you know? How it's supposed to be, truly balanced, you know?
Yeah,
It says,
because when you really get into the crux of what's going on here, this should make you want to get out of this. This should make you want to turn back to the Lord, because knowing everything that's being done, it should compel you to seek out the Lord. Because if you want to be in this world, I mean, you're okay with what's in the Epstein files, you're okay with the child sacrifice and sex trafficking, you're okay with the children possibly being snatched up, all right, being raised up to be young worshipers. You're complicit with everything that's wrong with the society. This is why at the end of the day, what I was going to, there's an imbalance going on, all because you refuse to turn back to the Lord. So you are in the right spirit. Hearing things that's being brought out with the last really couple of years should compel you to turn back to the Lord.
Hell yeah.
it says,
Man.
was gonna say, there's a saying in the book, if you see something, say something.
Yeah, hypocrisy.
Right.
That was back in the old days when they daring shit and all that shit. Goddamn, you see something, you know something, say something.
Yeah,
You know what commercials and shit,
and it goes beyond just speaking, all right? Because the true way, that's fine. The true way, the true way that you really can speak out is by returning to the Lord. Because it's one thing that the people are speaking out like tweets. Talking about how important it is. No, the real way is how you speak out is repenting, turning back to the Lord, and then you coming out here and pops out again.
On that talking won't mean nothing because like I saw a video that was saying that you can be as angry as you want, but that ain't going to be done to the system. Absolutely not.
No, like the video I did, he had what was his name? He was the CEO of Barclays. But he said, what he said, guys, he was like, he said, we don't care about the common people for voting because they love commercialism. All right, they're not going to do nothing because they're still going to pay about Jordan and shit. They're still going to go to these concerts, these sporting events. They're not really going to revolt. They're just going to speak out. And the next event's going to come. They're going to be on something else. Man.
Yeah, let Trump give niggas a 4,000 stimmy check. Hey, niggas gonna forget all about what's going on. We love Trump.
His name is Jess Dallin. He's a banker and former CEO of Barclays.
There you go.
He says people won't revolt against the rich elite because they're slaves to hip-hop, pop culture, and other consumers.
There you go. Go ahead.
Finishing out Mark 17-26, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health. And like we was going into earlier, quoting Job the 10th chapter, Isaiah the 60th chapter, that darkness, chashak, goes into misery, darkness. Everybody ultimately is in misery and darkness. It's just that Esau Edom got the bread and circus going on, so it's pretty much in their minds. It's ultimately distracted. So it says, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently. So if you're in the correct spirit, you will be against the wickedness that's ultimately pushed forth in the planet Earth.
Psalm 101 and verse 3. It reads, I will refuse to look, this is NLT, I will refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. I will have nothing to do with them. Right? And we're in the most crooked society. Right? So it would be against Yahweh Shai to not hate.
Like you said, distractions are all around here. Keep returning back to the Lord. That's why, like you said, you got to take your spirit out. Because the reason why the elites are not worried about you voting because y'all love this Lord. It's even amongst the Muslims. You got a majority of Israelites that's not going to do nothing about this stuff. That's not going to speak out because they love you here.
This happens to 1 in verse 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
Yeah, true judgment doesn't go forward.
For the wicked doth pass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment pursues.
Therefore, judgment proceedeth, man. And here it is. Hey, they can do all this shit in your face and nothing happens, man. They're not held by the bounds of the law, man. They're not in trouble of the man. Yep. That's done. That's it. So just because nothing is happening, and the scriptures say that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. So just because nothing is happening, please believe the Lord is just he building the tabs.
So we're at a point now to where that cup is running over.
Any day now they can pop this shit off, man. Some false flag or some shit go down in some major city and they blame it on Iran or something, and they push forward those measures of bringing in the beast, martial law, lockdown, whatever. We just one event. We are one event away from all of this shit changing. All right. You see, they came out. They tried to blame it on. They tried to blame it on the Chinese nationalists, but it was actually a small hat that had all these biochemical warfare that's cribbed in Las Vegas, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they found AIDS. They found all types of shit. Yeah.
TikTok guy or whatever, he went to the house, fucked around. He said, "This is the part they're not telling you. Look where he lives." So he drove. No, he didn't even drive. He walked down the street, bro. He's near the major water supply in California.
There
That's
you
where
go.
the house was.
But online it's circulated that they say that anytime the water is poisoned, the small has to.
Oh yeah.
So that's the irony, right?
Yep.
You know.
Remember what was in the water around around the train. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
And remember around the bid, what's in the water? Remember that? And then they had the venom shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was
There you go.
It's all a demon.
So
man.
this man's a real demon, and he's getting caught in every situation, man. Damn smallhead, man. He had smallpox, AIDS.
That nigga-
Yeah, he had a whole conglomerate of fucking
And that's just-
bio warfare,
That's
bro.
just the shit they found. You know, keep it real. That's just the shit they showed. You know,
Exactly.
it was like on the table and they just had to look.
Yeah,
And this what we got right. Nigga, what's in the other rooms,
Exactly.
nigga? What's in the other? This nigga got a big ass house. He got just one little,
Come on, man.
one little pod of little shit. Get out of here.
But they trying to, figure that out. But it's like that as a whole. Cause what you described, that's the CDC in a nutshell.
Yeah.
The CDC, like I had my cousin when he worked for the fire department, he had to go in that shit. He said this fucking stairs, rooms with just a disease for each room, and it's just stairs and multiple floors of that shit. Why are you storing up diseases from past? The plague, Ebola, all this shit. Why do you get that?
Demon.
Wild chemical warfare.
That's it, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 17. If adversity comes upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help, yet he shall undermine thee. Like I said, he found all these engineered disease and stuff. Who came from first? Who pretended to come out to help clean it up? Oh, we didn't know this. We're gonna clean it up. You find him there first. See, and it said. Thou shalt find him first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He pretend to help, yet he's trying to be the very one that's trying to undermine everybody. He's going to try to kill everybody, put all these things on everybody. Like damn 19. He the one did it, but he tried to help it. He found it first, didn't he? Not only with this situation, a whole bunch of scenarios that happen. He was always there first, pretending to help. Pretending to, clean it up, and it'd be him the one that did it.
I do.
Verse 18, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. He that touches pit shall be defiled herewith, and he that fellowship with the proud man shall be likened to him. Ecclesiastes, the 13th chapter. He that touches pit shall be defiled therewith.
Right, he that touches pit shall be defiled therewith. Because this is why from the day the Lord told us to come out of Babylon. If you're complicit with the things going on in here, ultimately this shit it's going to destroy you. This is why Michael 2:10 tells us to rise from the park, but this is not a rest for the destruction. If you stay in this world, all right, eventually it's going to be something that's going to money, whatever, women, whatever, wine, whatever, man.
And he that fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
And this right there is why we should have no fellowship with the devil, man. There's no reason why you should have no 501c3 charter. There's no reason why you should have any ties to the devil, because number one, you're breaking the law. Scripture tell you in Exodus, somebody know where that said, we're not supposed to make covenants with the damn heathen, man. You know? So that right there shows you that the majority of these Israelite camps out here is going off, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 13th chapter, 1st verse. He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that fellowship with the proud shall be like unto him.
Yeah, so this is why you see Israelite leaders out here, all right, pretty much deceiving their own people like the Israelites. They're worse than the devil, man. Here it is, this man, what he's doing is trying to destroy the Israelites, and yet, if you threw some money in your bank account, now you're willing to destroy your people with lies and deceit. You're no different, man. You're actually worse. All right?
So Exodus chapter 23 and verse 31, and it says, "And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out from before, thou shalt drive them out before thee, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their powers."
Yeah, thou shalt make no covenant with them on their gods, man. All right? Hey, you have made friends with Mammon. All right, money. Because Mammon it's an idol when you go into it, man. All right, that's why the Lord said you can't serve two masters, man.
Well, you double set up, bro. That's the spirit of it. Let's get this one first for him. He said that one. He said, that's the spirit.
So Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19 reads, "Lay up not for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal."
Right, so the main thing you should be trying to hoard up in these times is wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because as Isaiah 30:26 tells us that wisdom and knowledge is the strength of our times, and the strength of our salvation, and the fear of the Lord is our treasure. All right, so this is why we're able to be able to conceptualize what's going on in the earth, man, and not bug out. A lot of these people, they're bugging out because they can't handle the satanic shit that's being brought out. And the more and more that it's going to be real, because they only released, like, I think they said 1,000 pages of that ethnic list. If that, out of that, you know, and so that's the tip of the iceberg. Right?
3 million pages.
So, and like I said, what's coming out is light. It's not even really what they really doing. All right, you don't. Hey, like I said, man, Spirit has been on Apostle Ballard going into these old documentaries that they were watching. You know, they always reference this, and I've been, I've been tapping in and listening to like the John Todd, the Millennium 2000, different things. They've been talking about the things that they were doing behind it. You think that they're trying to label the Edomites conspiracy theories? But then the shit that they were saying back then is actually coming out today, showing you that it's true. It's no longer a conspiracy theory, it's fact. Undefeated, because the shit is true. The definition of conspiracy theories was created to throw people off of the truth. So somebody has to say what's going on. All you have to do is label them as a conspiracy theory. Everybody's gonna think it's crazy.
They use that like crazy.
If I could add, pretty much, Esau got a thing to where he said, if you can name it, you can tame it. Certain things like the chariots or the events, the current events in the news and stuff like that. Esau put a label on it. You see, but the scriptures say that there's nothing you can do against the truth before the truth.
Right. And that's why the Spirit of the Lord gives us the ability to marry these things with the scriptures to show you that everything we're bringing out is showing you who exactly the man that's ruling the world is. Man. He is the wicked. He's Satan.
But I asked her, and she was like, "Yeah, not really in that program."
And that would be the children of the Most High, because we're the only ones speaking out against the wickedness that's going on.
All roads leads to Esau.
That's it.
All that conspiracy, the word conspiracy pretty much means with one consent, right? To be in the same spirit, right? So for you to think that there's a group of people coming in one accord to destroy the earth, that's not a wild statement to make, man.
Two or more so it's showing that Psalm 83 lets us know exactly what has gone on. Because like you go to the Council of Foreign Relations, the UN, different things, even for here in America, man. That all these devils have put all these different secret societies all throughout this time of rulership to try to, keep things hidden what their plans are, but through the Spirit of the Lord, there's always something that's always brought it up. All right, whistleblowers or them putting out themselves, man. That's one thing they never thought about was the internet truly revealing these things that we've been saying and showing what they've been doing. Because like I said, they've always told you. That came out years ago. Remember when we first came in, I know it's older than
That's old.
but when we first came in, we was talking about that. Everybody was like, nah, that's crazy. But now it's absolutely fine. Like I said, you got it.
Goyim is all, they say Goyim is all through there. Jeff, everybody say Goyim. When they talk about the fucking American.
Yeah, nigga Epstein talking about something. I'm gonna go back to eating regular food. I got laid off from work. This nigga gonna eat people. Talking about he gonna take a break and go back to eating regular food. Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
This shit is crazy.
He was trying to find a cure for bad bowel disease because you get that disease from eating the flesh.
Yeah, you see a lip in that one thing like, this shit was all swole up. They shake. They'll shake like, this is shakes, right? Even in that movie, you know, and he'll be like, let me see your hands. And then motherfucker be shaking, motherfucker be eating people, man.
Bro, because that's why the scripture tells us not to eat blood, because life is in the blood.
Yep.
All right, and you do that, like I said, that's where the diseases come from. But like I said, you got Jake that hear these things and won't speak out against it because they got contracts with this thing.
Yep.
This is Matthew 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
And they hold on, just like the brother said, these people in this society are holding on to the little bit of bullshit they got left. That's why they don't want to cleave into the house, especially the tribes. You want to hold on to this little fucking existence. And they want to hold on to this life when it's done. Like it's done. They done shut down America. It's done. This shit is cooked, man.
Right. And that's why the ministerial things beside mission, it should supersede what the main mission is. Man. Remember, we're all pilgrims here, man.
Yep.
All right? Scripture tells us that we as pilgrims on the earth. Now, a pilgrim is a man traveling to a holy place, man. All right, this whole walk is our repentance. All right, of us trying to get back and deal with the Heavenly Father. Call Halam that the Lord gave us Yahweh Shai as that forerunner to show us how to get back to Him. Man. All right, he allowed Him to come down here and sacrifice Himself so that we can have that opening made back open to us.
Yeah, because right now we're in the land, we're in the wilderness all over.
Right, and you got these idiots out here that literally will choose this world over the Lord, man. Niggas love their job, love their family, love whatever the fuck they out here doing versus truly giving themselves over to the Lord, man.
They love being in captivity.
That's it. Nigga love being a slave. Well, I love my job. Oh, Stephen A. Smith ass nigga, man.
Yeah, I'm doing everything to make my boss happy.
I'm making money.
Yeah, I'm making my boss money. That's a nigga.
I got this.
His eyes full of dark.
Right.
And it's corrupt.
But the true money is the wisdom. The scripture not saying that money is a defense, wisdom is a defense. All right, but it says that riches are coming to a nigger. A nigger doesn't know to do with money, especially not real money, with something. That's why when you see a nigga get something, what they do, they abuse it.
The truth, nobody can rubies, man.
Yes. Because when this shit go, bro, we gonna know what to do in that time. You people out here not. You're unable to really understand the gravity of what's about to happen out here. These devils are about to let demons loose out here. That's why you see these different spirits trying to conjure up. When people get murdered, all types of crazy ass ways, man. It's judgment. These death angels are being let loose more and more. You're about to see all type of creatures you've never seen before pop up. You get that in Sirach 38.
The Lord is giving them over to that carnal mind.
Yeah.
He's giving you over to them spirits. You want it, you don't get it, man. And that's why the Lord's judgment is justified. That's why it's called nation. Righteous people.
Yeah, because like I said, you hear right now it's talk of the child sex family, baby. That's a good movie. So you can kind of understand the mind of this devil. Is that movie Cabin in the Woods? It shows you all the creatures that was fucking them up at the end. That they actually play that shit. Chimeras and all that, they're doing that. So when you see these creatures that's been talked about, the Lord is saving some of these creatures to be let loose and trying to get in trouble. Right?
They've been experimenting on DNA. They've been
Yep.
they have that CRISPR, splicing genes and stuff. So they have to have tested on something.
Right.
They must have created some.
They got the sleeve where it's like a like the body things. It's a lot of weird shit. It's all you got robots. You got robots walking around. You don't know.
Hey, Joe Biden could have been a robot. They said the nigga died in 2015. So the nigga that was president, you don't know what that was.
Yeah, they showed, like on that one clip, they showed Joe Biden this tall and the other one this
Nigga
tall.
6'4".
Like, yeah.
Hey, yo, it's fucked up.
Because when you, man, they got masks, like real,
Flesh.
they got real masks that look just like people. Like really look just like them, man.
Hey, when they zoomed on nigga's face, you see fucking shit peeling off his
Peeling off the skin, just a lot of nasty
But
work.
the face, when you look at the real Joe Biden and that President Joe Biden, their faces need to look the same. This is real witchcraft at work.
Yeah. Hey, as the scripture said, words in Numbers 23 and 23, there's no enchantment upon Jacob. We can see past the bullshit. The Lord put the Holy Spirit on us, we can see the bullshit. He put the Spirit on these troopers and call it out. Why? So the men of the Lord can see it.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, that scripture only applies to the elect. Because if you don't have the truth, then the enchantments are still they're gonna blind you behind.
You're gonna be in a state of confusion. Some stuff you'll see, but on some stuff you'll be confused on. You won't understand it, man. You can't line it up with the true source.
Like an example, like you said, the truthers. The truthers, they'll expose what's going on. They're trying to go to the scriptures and
butcher the fuck, man.
Because they don't have it. They don't have the Holy Spirit.
They be like, man, the angels, man, the reptilians, and
yeah, because it's like, John Ty, listen to him, and he'll go into all the witchcraft, and he'll be like, Revelation 13,
Yeah,
15. It's the mind, the handles, the action. They all talking about the Antichrist.
Yeah,
Jordan Maxwell, all the niggas talking about the Antichrist, not realizing there's multiple Antichrists.
Yeah, then be talking about the beast. You got the beast. The beast is gonna rise out the sea. I'm like, what the fuck?
It wasn't meant for them. Their role was to play like how Psalm 64 said it. The tongues don't fall upon. They're that third witness. They're on people.
Yes. They help with the ministry.
Bonserot 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right. Those spirits created for vengeance going into, those death angels, those newly created creatures, all right? And the creatures that have been, mysticized, but the Lord's going to let come out. Number one, chief, is Leviathan. That topic has been coming out within the last couple weeks. I don't know if y'all been seeing it on social media. They said down in Antarctica they're seeing some shit.
Yeah, and I was on that last night. Antarctica. I was on. I'm up there looking at Antarctica last night, like one in the morning.
That's why the ice is melting.
Yeah.
Leviathan is waking up. He's gonna wake up when ice melts.
And guess what? There's multiple Leviathans.
Oh yeah.
And let's go into that. Matter of fact, we're gonna get spooky real quick. Let's get you can finish that. The whole Job, one in Psalms, and go. Matter of fact, before we get Job and Genesis, we'll tell you that Leviathan is written all over the Bible.
Bonserot 39 and 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right. These are creatures that are about to be, let loose for the sole purpose of justice. Like the spirit, brother go into, like I said, Leviathan, brother Kayana up in Canada, we're going into Bigfoot, all right, which Bigfoot is a real thing, because you go into the different Gadite, tales. Almost every tribe has a story about Bigfoot. Sasquatch, Yeti, whatever. So you're gonna see like you're CRISPR, all right, because that shows you that that's true. Esau let it be known what they're doing for good. They'll have a mouse, fucking ear on the back, trying to say that they're trying to figure out how to regrow limbs. So if they're doing that for that, how much more for witches? I just had a video on that TikTok channel a couple years ago where the dude had the little lab and he was taking the DNA of different animals, putting them together and then creating them and then letting them into the wild. So that shit is true. There's gonna be shit out here that you're not gonna be able to conceptualize, but you're like, there's no way it's real. That shit gonna kill you. You gonna drop them off in the city?
Verse 20.
Shit living up under your house right now, you don't even know it's been there. Wait to kill you.
Up one of these cities. Especially on this thing, be like, I was watching last night, the lady dog was looking, she what are you looking at? big ass demon. They just ran off too.
Yeah, it was like a dude, it was Jake that had, he had opened his door. He saw this big ass creature run by the house, you know. There's shit out here that y'all don't really understand that it's out here. You don't concerned about what you know about. Dog, cat, iron, tires, vans, you know, there's way more shit out there than that, bro.
Like we also had he used to open up the certain portals, so who knows what came out of that.
Yeah, I've been seeing videos of that too. Yeah, this woman, she was in the country, and she had you just see her freaked out, and then she flipped the camera on these tall ass figures in the woods. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back inside. She was scared. You could tell she was scared as shit. That wasn't no fake ass.
I seen one like that. It was a big figure by the trees, about the size of the trees.
That's what I'm talking about.
And the trees was moving and shit.
Yeah,
She was
that's what I'm
like,
talking about.
We also see people seeing stuff in their ring camera.
Oh yeah,
They can't explain.
Yeah, so these demon spirits, they're gonna start showing themselves too, man. They're gonna look at stuff. All right, like brothers have caught, pictures of demons, videos of spirits, man. You know, so hey, it's about to get spooky out here, man. Me too. I see the spirits, man. Hey, the Lord. Hey, remember. The Egyptians, Wisdom of Solomon 7, let's get that real quick. The Egyptians saw that shit, man.
Yeah, apparitions.
We'll hold that.
Apparitions.
Right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17. I'll start at 13. It says, and the expectation from within being less counted the ignorance more than the cause that bringeth the torment. Yeah.
Surah 39 to verse 29 says, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. And like as we got earlier, Isaiah 62 verse 1. All right, ultimately the Lord is ultimately bringing judgment, because how the world has been ran, it's been ran in wickedness, and the Lord is bringing that vengeance. So it says, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, there's gonna be creatures out here that shoot fire at their mouth, emit electricity, and that's not far-fetched because they show you that in Project Power. That's pills that gave people powers, and there's animals on the planet that are able to do that now. You got like the purple shrimp, the electric eel, certain, and you go like deep into like the depths of the ocean. All right, certain animals that's down in the ground that glow in the dark, bioluminescent, whatnot, man. Anglerfish, yeah, all that, man. And like I said, Leviathan being, the chief example of it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and verse 9. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared of beasts that passed by, and hissing of serpents,
Beasts pass by, as the brother just said, red, man. Beasts you ain't gonna be able to name, you ain't gonna know what it is, man. Especially the little creepy ass sounds and shit. Yeah, at night you hear that. People like that.
Okay, you gotta remember, during this time,
Yeah, out in the wilderness. It's gonna be dark.
Cause you see lights and it's gonna be dark out here, man.
You gotta think about it. You're gonna be hiding around a corner. You're gonna look up the street. You're gonna see something just run behind somebody.
You ain't
like, what the fuck is that?
But look, like, those that get out in the country, that it's
Oh,
nighttime,
it's
but it's dark. Shit, now, you got all these lights out here. You go drive in the city, you see all that shit's gonna be done with that thing. So it's gonna be picking up out here, and something as small as a fucking coyote or a wolf, that shit gonna scare shit out of you, because you ain't gonna know what it is, man.
You go out to the Appalachian Mountains, they tell you, don't open your doors at night, make sure you got your windows and blinds closed at night, because there's things that are moving around in those rooms.
Yeah. But they got counts, bears, different things like that. So just imagine that time of hunting, time of death, the spirit from the Lord to have animals come into your city. Because right now, animals ain't really doing that because they're spirit on them to be away from people. But like we started seeing that kind of go away during COVID because the cities were empty and animals were coming back out in the streets and shit. So when there ain't no food, all right, and all that shit, they're gonna come right back out. People gonna be
Real quick, there was been testing on my homeboy. I think this was last year. He was behind his house. It was real dark. He had the dog out. Same shit. He said coyotes, motherfucking coyote ran in front of him. They didn't even notice it. Dark as hell, he couldn't even see it. And his neighbor said something following him, like, y'all see that little coyote thing out there? And stuff like that. And he fell. He said he about fell because that's how scared he was. He could feel it like something running from him.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how that works.
Jump
Most of the time, bro, when you leave work, you gotta go up this big ass hill. It literally was a coyote that ran up and was looking at us and ran off, bro. So this spring has all the animals start attacking you. You gonna be in for it. They gonna come and come. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh
bro.
yes.
And it's good to watch those type of episodes. They show you how animals act.
Yeah, especially
And
like
they're not,
the wolves.
and they're not stupid. They don't lure you somewhere or run you to a certain area.
Because the way-
well, a bunch of their friends gonna be
The
waiting.
wolf and the coyote, they move the same way. They always send the weak like up ahead, and the other pack is older up in the head, and they have the alphas separating the back.
Yeah.
That's
It's like it's kind of like scout.
yeah, they
How-
scout.
how-
Yeah,
like
this man, animals are smart, bro. They
that.
are
It's
very,
thanks
very
to Esau that make it seem like animals stupid.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and verse 10. They died with fear, denying that they saw the ears, which could of no side be avoided.
Right, because it was so dark out there that hey, whatever sound that they were hearing, shit was worse than what they thought. 'Cause they, like I said, they couldn't see. They didn't know what was going on. So just the littlest of things, you know, fucking paper rustling and whatnot, they were afraid. They thought they were going to die.
So the darkness that can be felt.
Yeah. They said, because we read that chapter talking about how you could light a flame and put your hand in front of it, you can see the fire.
and because it be so dark, all ain't so dark.
Yeah.
It be so dark.
thick
flame
darkness.
ain't light up.
And guess what? The Lord said he's gonna bring the plagues of Egypt to Babylon. So that can happen here. We're talking about EMPs, right?
Continuing on, verse 11. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and be impressed with conscience, always forecasteth grievous things. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
Right. So ultimately saying that, you know, thankfully we have the spirit of wisdom because we understand fear, all right? Like fear is nothing more than betraying it to help that reason offered. So we understand that through prophecy that these things are going to happen. So that's why I say we're not going to bug out, you know, in that time. Versus the people out here that don't have no understanding of why these things are happening. They're going to put this, because they're not going to know what's next. We know what's coming. We know all these things are plays.
I think I was talking to
Go to bring it upon Egypt, all right, which is Babylon now, all right, America, all right, for her destruction. You know? So if we're of the righteous, the Lord's not going to allow nothing to befall us. So for you people out here, man, that's why they're going to fear. You're going to be fucking Egyptians. Totally in the dark, literally in the dark.
It says, verse 13. And an expectation from within, being less, counted the ignorance before the cause, which bringeth the torment.
Yeah, and fear, all right, has to overcome but you're so afraid that it's going to override your logical thinking. Yeah.
That lines over Luke 2:1. He said that heart's building. We'll be out here dropping it for the money.
That intense transport, that's why we're not going to that's one of the main killers of the special thing.
Moving on. It says, verse 14. But they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell.
Sleep.
Or might be sleeping right beside the damn beast. I mean, when we're laying up, the beast right behind him, just sitting
I saw a post on Twitter yesterday where the Edomite photographer sleeping in the car and woke up with the chief. He was scared to move. He didn't want to wake it up.
Man, you know he knows. There we go.
Verse 15. It says, "We're partly vexed with monstrous apparitions and partly fainting, their heart failing them for a sudden fear and not looking for it came upon them."
Right, so this is what we're talking about with those spirits being manifested. All right, and we've already started to see that take place. All right, when Esau opened up CERN, activated CERN, we had Exodus, Pope opened the doors. You know, there's a lot of enchantments that they're doing to bring the elites want to open the spiritual realm to the physical realm. We're trying to merge the two realities. That's what Christians is about. The whole upside down. According to when I was looking into that actually goes back to an experiment that they actually was trying to do. I forget the name of it, but a long time project, yeah. And so that was based on true events to a degree, because the concept of 11 they actually was moving able to do what you were doing. Because it is written in the war. True. Yeah. They open the portals, man. So, hey, you're about to see a lot of shit that you ain't gonna be able to explain. There's a reason why they're showing you all these shows and movies. So they're conditioning you to get ready to start seeing this shit.
Then whosoever there fell down was straightly kept.
Hey, this is where you said that. That's why the Lord told him, he don't give us power to come we're actually over the demons. Alright? We have the spirit of the Almighty on our side. Like the demons, they actually are supposed to die. So you shouldn't be afraid of these demons. These people don't know that. They don't know the Lord. The demon got 50 million over there.
Demons just mean to tell you. Right. Playing in your mind. That's why when you watch movies, motherfuckers, they be seeing shit and they don't be there and shit. It's playing on your mind. That's all it is.
Says, verse 16. So then whosoever there fell down was straightly kept, shut up in the prison without my law.
People are going to be bugging out just off the straight fear. They're not going to be able to understand what's going on or why.
You gonna see, that's what I'm telling you. You gonna see people out here just losing and literally hallucinating and going crazy because they're just so damn scared.
Like you saw, for example, it wasn't just in the street when we're talking about, but like that boat that was in the airport, screaming at everybody. That's like the beginning stage. He was bugged out after when he found out the message about he just going around screaming at people. Y'all act like this is normal. So how much more when shit really start, being brought out of the Satanism that's being done? They're gonna start releasing videos of people. The DOJ said that they have the videos. They have pictures of what's being done. All right. The picture you saw of Prince Andrew, that was bullshit compared to what they're really doing, man.
They about to show you baby legs in somebody's mouth. They
gonna show you Hillary Clinton with the girl face on her face, man. Right. They're gonna show you all that. That's where Castaway came from. Wilson, that was Hillary Clinton put that girl face on.
All that. They've been doing that shit. Yeah, Chainsaw, they've been doing it. They ain't number rituals, man. All these movies, Chainsaw, that's number rituals, man. That movie, because they try to prove like that was a real guy. You look it up, that wasn't a real guy, man. I was just real quick parents out there. So, there's a lot of Yeah, they hate people.
That was let's get to like I said, the thing we're going to go into real quick is the Bible. This is showing that we're entering into the time of judgment. Because Esau has been speaking about this as of late. Because they saw the thing in an article. It was multiple parts of the world where they said it's talks of something going on in the ocean. And it's what's going on.
Yeah, the Lord has That's horrible paraphrase place.
Anyone, but the one in Genesis that talks about the veils. You go into that word, it says the Bible. Whatever one y'all got. And the preachers, you know, you about to see all the shit come out. This is why you gotta prepare your mind. Part of what this talking period is to prepare your mind on future things that you're not gonna be able to explain. It's time to be sensitive. Real quick, I didn't really know mind. Real mind without that's a part of the
Yeah, I got it. Do I get it?
Verse 14, it says, "Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles."
The oracle goes into a divinely inspired message, right? Prophecy. You know, so what we're going into is showing you the will of the Lord and what He's about to bring into the earth. And so our job is to go into these things so that your mental and your spirit is prepared for what's coming. Because like I said, you don't hear them talk about the chariots. You don't hear them talk about, you know, the angels and demons and things like that. Because ultimately they don't believe in these things.
All they want to do is let you know you did.
Right, so when these things start happening, man, their congregation gonna bug out.
That's the scripture said that. I was on TikTok the other day. His name, it said One West guy, some shit. So I'm just looking, I'm just looking, and he answered the question. So I went out and said, "What is the mark of the beast?" That nigga kept jumping around my comment like 3 times. He was answering everybody's question. I'm like, "What is the mark of the beast?" Question mark. And you can see him just scrolling past my shit. I'm like, that's all you simple ass niggas want to do, man. You don't want to talk about the prophecy. You don't want to talk about nothing else but the simple shit. It's Sirach chapter 36, verse 14. "Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, thy people with thy glory."
The judgment and the salvation, the main two topics that majority of your speaking should be about. You know, it ain't about trying to make it on this side and build a kingdom on earth, trying to make it. That's all bullshit. You know, the society.
You know, King David was blind.
Play the organ.
Yeah, I got the precept here. Like, stupid. Nobody want to hear nothing. I mean, that's edification, but it's not in season.
It comes a point to where you have to graduate past that. So we go into it for edification because there's always new listeners to it. But that's not the bulk of the message.
Yeah, the message is what can you? There's a question. How can I get this salvation? That's it. What can I do to get salvation? What's the names? And what did I need to be doing to set my house in order for salvation? That's it. All that little other stuff right now. If it come out, all right. Well, right now you need to be focused on salvation.
Salvation and prophecy.
That's it.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 21, it says, and the powers create great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and everything foul after his kind, and the power saw that it was good. It says, on it says, dragon, serpent, sea monster. It says sea or river monster. It says serpent, venomous snake. It says marine or land monster.
Yeah, and you look at I see some ancient maps. But that's Leviathan's the sea monster.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What's some of the long neck? Ness. Black Ness monster.
It goes into the dinosaur because it's multiple dinosaurs that resemble that because you have reports over there in Congo. Those days over there, they know that creature well. So like brother Kaya did a video this past week, the other day, going into that, and they were explorer that went up there interviewing the people. He was asking them about different animals. And he pointed to the dinosaur. It was like, oh yeah, we know that, we see them. So that's real.
Yeah, it says great serpent, sea monster.
Great serpent, sea monster, Leviathan. And guess what? Leviathan is just the name for a type of creature. It's multiple Leviathans.
Yeah, that's why he made that movie Godzilla versus
But he called the creatures are called monarchs. They made a show on Yeah. So monarchs is the name of the creatures, but they're different beasts that you see that are fighting amongst each other. They got that concept from the scripture.
Yeah. Like I was saying, it was online though. I don't know if it's real or not, but from the 1500s, they show a map of the sea.
Oh, I got you. No, I got you.
and they had a picture on
No,
it.
it's real. Matter of fact, look, the Lost Trials, what we always quote, when you look at the company, it's an ancient map. And they show Leviathan over in the Bermuda Triangle. You look at all the ancient maps, they show the different maps. They show the creatures in the ocean.
And they show and on the map they show a sea monster pulling the ship down.
Yeah,
the ship.
yeah. That was Lost Trials. Probably I think the name of the book. When you look at somebody put that cover up in the screen, but they show you that on the cover.
Yep.
But them ancient maps, they will show you that. Tracking and all that, because they know that the sea monsters are real. I think it's Lost Tribes, Promised Land, or something like that.
That's the spirit. That was brought that out. Yeah, because when you look at them old maps, it show you like the Leviathan, the sea monsters,
Kraken and all that. But in the areas that they show them at is the areas to where Esau can't get to, which is like the Bermuda Triangle, the Mariana Trench, and things like that. You know, that's why the ancient sailors, you watch the movie, the boat and shit, they'll tell you how treacherous the ocean was.
That's what they were talking about.
That's not folklore.
Them big ass fucking squids and shit. Yeah. That shit's real, man.
Yeah, because you talking about squid, it's an actual animal called the colossal squid.
Yep.
Well, that shit is huge. They actually have they found them ships is like I can't even describe how big it is. It's like multiple buses together.
Yeah, they got all types of fish. This is second Ezra 6 and verse 27. Backing off that Genesis. This is on the Fisher, right?
Yeah, it's the reason why you look at the Chinese, so-called Chinese New Year calendar, and dragons is all over their culture, right?
And it'd be it's certain places that people will show you that, damn, don't they look like a sleeping? It looked just like a sleeping dragon, man.
Not necessarily like the dragon that you see in movies, because you have like Komodo dragon, that's a dragon. All dragon is just a lizard.
Yep.
But they said flying lizard. You know, we don't know how true are they, because they're hiding information, but it is reports of these things that they see.
These things exist.
They do exist. It's no reason that these stories have been preserved for millennia if they're fake.
Exactly. You know? And how the hell you just come out and go ass and put it on cartoons and shit. And that was going on when we was little ass kids. And then they did cartoons, the little Disney cartoons, the damn movie let me like, what the hell? Come on, man.
Oh yeah. She was at Nelson. Yeah, Nelson. They were speaking in Chinese. She knew how to speak Chinese. They said the news report was showing that I think it was more that the soldiers had found an island where it was dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs, they said it was one that they never heard of before when they could focus. And that's why they got the new Jurassic Park. One where they could turn itself invisible. They got that from that report.
It's all types of stuff, right?
But it wasn't because Esau has not searched out the whole world.
Yeah, see what you think.
Yeah, it's a majority. I say he's only looked at I don't want to use the wrong word. He's only seen a minimal part of the world. All right, he hasn't searched out the Amazon rainforest, Congo. It's more. It's a big chunk of the world he has not found.
Yeah, in South America, they got alligators down there the size of buses in the waters, bro.
Yeah. And those things have been alive for hundreds of years.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, these damn caves.
Oh yeah, there's creatures in the cave. That's why they make these Hollywood movies, not just for folks to shock value and suspense. Because they know shit. They just haven't.
Some of them shits they got locked up. Then you got caves under the ocean. Cause you'll watch the damn down at the Jurassic Park. They going to grab a creature. They really be doing that shit. They really be trying to do shit like that. They got certain creatures. They really got boats and shit. Man.
Yeah, well, that's why the scripture say, I think in Job, it goes into how if Esau caught Leviathan, he would chop him up, try to sell his parts. And
He
shit
try
like
to
that.
have them in the zoo like
Yeah,
Jurassic
exactly. Let's talk about that. You know, I think it's like Job 41 or something like that.
That's Job 41, and let's start with it reads,
The whole chapter, right?
Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down?
Yeah, you can't hunt the Leviathan. The Leviathan is the hunter. You know? Because that creature, matter of fact, you already right there. Because the ocean belongs to the Leviathan. The land that was given to man, the waters, the seas were given to the Leviathan. Yeah. Real quick.
Real.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 5. It says, upon the 5th day, thou saidest unto the 7th part, where the waters were gathered, that it should bring forth living creatures, fowls and fishes, and so it came to pass. Dumb water without life brought forth living things, and the commandment of the Most High, that all people might praise thy wondrous works. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one called Enoch, and the other Leviathan. It says, and this separate the one from the other in the 7th part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest 1 part, which was dried up the 3rd day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are 1,000 hills.
I'm not mistaken. You're not going to the man.
Right, man.
Iron Man, Leviathan.
Verse 2. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the 7th, verse 53 is locked in. Unto the 6th day thou gavest commandment. That was it.
So, like I said, the waters belong to the Leviathan. That's why Esau, he can't really explore the waters like he wants to. Because the Lord has, certain parts of the ocean sealed off because it's not meant for him to know that. Right? So when the Leviathan reveals himself, it's going to be because the Lord, activated him. Not because you went down there and you found him. No. You see the Leviathan because he wanted you to find him.
Yeah. Your little missile won't do that. All that shit.
Psalms 104, verse 25, it says, so is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships. There is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein.
Yeah, I remember like 5 years ago, 8 years ago, who knows, 10 maybe, they were blowing up nuclear bombs in the middle of the ocean.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And they show you that in Gaza.
They did it. And people were questioning, but why the hell is he dropping nukes in the ocean? They were talking about they were testing nuclear missiles. But really, they was trying to hit Leviathan.
Like I said, it's a story that you can look up. It's called Bleak. When you go into that, they have the submarine that be underwater for months and whatnot, and they said there was a certain sound that got emitted that was frequency was something they never heard before, and it was like how it sounded. It was like a creature that was like they couldn't describe the size. It was huge. Really explain what that was, but that was going into the body.
We have videos of some of these.
They see them?
Yeah, they saw it.
There's been multiple things like that.
Yeah, you got them, what you call it? What's the great white shark? The big one.
Megalodon.
The Megalodon.
Oh man.
Yeah, they got
That's
what
still
they
real
get
too.
They move the leg.
Yeah, the Megalodon. Because they said the Megalodon was extinct. That shit's still real.
No,
They
that's
seen
still-
it's been videos and they found it.
Yeah, it's still
And that's just one of them.
There's a video that I seen years ago. They was up in office. And it seemed like the whole damn place, it was ice, like a whole ice, like an ice island moved up.
Oh, I got that video. Yeah, I got that video on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that. Yep. It's all types of stuff the Lord's about to unleash, man.
Like you said, man, the spiritual
It
vengeance,
was so big,
man.
it looked like an island.
When the iceberg was moving.
Yeah.
Like you think the whale is big? whales bigger than the average whale. Like, the sea is, you can't search out the sea, man.
It's another world.
It's another world. Remember the dude that went to the island and said the water like shifted, it was different. Yeah, it was different. It was like a different, the water was different, man. Yeah, it was the water like.
Cause you got pockets of under the ocean.
Yeah.
Its own ocean.
You think it's, but it's deeper than the sea, because like the sea ground is deeper. It's deeper.
There's boundaries. The Most High got different places.
We're gonna go down in the car too. We're gonna have that
Job 14, verse 5. Saying his days are determined, the numbers of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, like we're going into parts of the ocean, like the video me and Ashar did a couple years ago, where it's a part of the ocean to where the fish literally create a barrier. And so the sun kept trying to go down and kept bouncing up. And the scientists that found that, they killed that dude. You know? Because they didn't want that to be known, because he saw the narrative that he knows everything. He searched everything out, which is bullshit. The Lord made a wedge with it. Alright? He searched everything out. That shows you that he's so right. You know? So it's meant to show you that he don't know anything, because there's still creatures to this day that are being discovered that he has never seen before. Which is proof that we're in the end days.
watching them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep. That's dope. You brought that out. Because they make it fish the way it's so dope. The fish made like
You saw him, he hasn't left the earth either.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he can't get past the firmament.
I feel like a good point on the number bring down. Like if you went to the moon, why you never go back?
exactly. We damn sure know your tech is. You could have been there. You would have left niggas. You would have been left niggas down there.
Yeah, you wouldn't need Argentina to go island. You can go different places.
But it was a guy on TikTok where a scientist, he showed how it's a firmament where it's water, like we just said.
Yeah,
he put the rocket.
I did the video.
Yeah, he put the rocket in the water, and he like the one rocket Elon Musk I shot him. He did the same shit in the water, man. He said so if he went to the moon, wouldn't it just go through water and do the same thing? It went up, straight
He
up.
saw those. He said the video I did. He said they shot the rocket up there, and they said it was he described it as a water-like barrier at the top of the top of the heavens. You know what I'm saying?
It also looked like it was on the water, like pushing waves.
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, get that real quick. Go to Genesis 1:6. Go to Genesis 1:6.
Ain't good about it.
It makes sense though.
Right.
Don't we got H2O? That's fucking water.
That's it.
Come on. Just like when you see your fish, he in there swimming around. When you a kid, you're like, damn, how's he doing that? We doing the same shit right now though.
Water
on a different level, man. Come on, man.
So Genesis chapter 1 verse 6. And the power said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. And let it divide the waters from the waters.
Yeah, let it divide the waters from the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters. This is why you have the, you got space, you got the atmosphere, or whatnot. Now go to the word firmament in the blue letter. That's the space, the heavens. You know, the waters out of the waters it talks about. Go ahead.
Strong's 875, 9, it says, extend surface, solid expanse, permanent expanse. It says the vault of heaven supports the waters above.
Yeah, the vault of heaven and the supporting waters above. But like they talked in the video, they shot the rocket up to the heavens, and they said the rocket hit a water-like barrier that it couldn't penetrate. Showing you those are the boundaries the Lord set up. This man ain't left the earth, man.
His information on the earth is he's not as smart as he made himself think. He created shit like IQ, and things like like that and try to make himself the smartest thing on the earth. But he really a dumbass.
Right.
I do the laws and shit.
Considered by Hebrews as solid and supporting waters above.
Yeah, see, considered by the Hebrews of solid supporting waters above. That's the firmament. That's the boundary. From there, I'll go to 2 Peter 3 and get verse 5. And then somebody give me Genesis 7 and 11 through 12. Just to show you that, hey man, there's boundaries, there's a barrier up there. Yeah, go ahead.
So Genesis chapter 7 and verse 11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open.
Yeah, and the windows of heaven were open. So when the flood came, okay, the Most High had waters come down from the heavens. All right, He opened up them waters above and let the waters come down, just like how it came from beneath the earth too. Go ahead.
If I could add too, when you go into the Hebrew word mayam, mayam, which means water. And you got the water above the firmament, right? Then you got the yah. Yah means to essentially to part. You part things with your hands, and then you got the ma at the bottom. That's the creation of water. That's why you got H2O, two H's. Then you got two M's, and then you got the yah, which will be representative of the oxygen.
Any more?
Finishing out, Genesis 7 and 12, it says, the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, so think about that, man. You got the heavens opening up. You got water coming down from the heavens in beneath the earth for 40 days. Come on, bro. The Lord flooded the whole earth, right? Get that in Peter's out.
Water.
There you go.
So 2 Peter chapter 3.
That's why it came out. Not to cut you off. I think it's it was some mountain. I don't know if it's Mount Everest, one of the tallest mountains in the world, right? They found seashells and sediment on the top of those mountains. So they're like, well, how the hell did all of that get up here? Goes back to the flood, man. When the Lord flooded the earth, everything got flooded, even the highest mountains, man. So because they were wondering how were they finding seashells and crustaceans and shit like that in soil from the ocean on the top of the mountain.
And how high is Mount Everest? 29,000 feet?
Something crazy.
I think it's not Everest.
It's one of the mountains, but they found it, so it proves that the flood happened. Give me that out.
2 Peter 3 and verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High in the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Yeah, that's what it's talking about. The earth standing out of the water and in the water. All right, that's the space, the heavens. Okay, the atmosphere, the separation of waters, as the Lord created, the boundaries, man, which Esau can't pass. You know.
That's why it's parts of the earth that's sealed off. No matter what he tries to do to get into it, he can't.
Right.
What happened where he can't get into it? Like we'll go into it. Just using the Bermuda Triangle as an example. It's a reason why boats and planes go to when they go past the area. Because the Lord had that sealed off. You can't go to certain parts of the Amazon rainforest and the Congo and whatnot.
That's hot.
Anybody else have anything?
Job 41, verse 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with the hook, or his tongue with the cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with the thorn?
You're not catching them. That's the thing. You're not gonna catch them. Go ahead.
That's part of why they have these big ass drag nets that they use all the time.
Yep.
But they use it to try to catch up whatever creatures that they think are down there. It says, will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever?
That's what they remember the dinosaur movies they did that with dumb ass shit. Jurassic Park.
Says
didn't make it down to that camp for the house. That animated Mario Barty or something like that.
Man Before Time.
Mario Barty or something like that.
Imagination. Job 41, 6. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants?
Eat the Bible.
Yeah, chop him up.
You won't make no sushi out of him.
Come get you a Leviathan breast.
Yeah.
Get you a Leviathan leg.
Get the Bible
Get the
stand.
choice cuts.
Yeah, choice cuts.
Clean cut Leviathan.
Throw some
Sell them
mustard on that
to
shit.
to the rich.
Yeah.
Like, they do that with the creature. Like shark fins.
Yeah, they do this stuff.
Yeah.
You see like some like fishing shows, the greatest catch.
Yeah, all that shit. That's how you saw what you trying to do.
Yeah, them giant, cause them like them marlin, tuna, like the core of that, but tuna. Them shits get big as hell. Man. You see, man, them motherfuckers, and they fast as shit too, man.
Y'all want to stand beside Leviathan like this, you know, with the fish. You
Yeah, the
take a picture, pose it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, the big ass crab they have.
Hanging from a crane, you won't do that.
Yeah. That's exactly what Esau would do. Go ahead, bro.
Job 41, 10:7. Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thy hand upon him.
You can't penetrate him.
No.
It's the way the whales, like the world, the blubber off of them.
Yeah, like when you watch Avatar, they show you every second. I didn't hunt the little whale-like creatures that they were shooting harpoons off the boats and shit. You're not doing that with the Bible.
It says, lay thy hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more.
Right, and the reason the Lord is speaking this, with that irony, because he knows Esau. He knows that if Esau quit, he would do it. That's why, I mentioned Avatar, because when you watch that movie, Avatar is nothing more than them showing you colonialism just on a different planet. Because when you watch that, they had, they always bring out, they had James Cameron. And where the black people in that movie, they're in there, the Navi, that was Jake, man and dead.
You know they really took that Avatar movie from. I think they reached Pocahontas. They rewrote it just like Pocahontas.
And the New World.
Yeah, because they wrote the New World at the Pocahontas. And Avatar is at the Pocahontas, the same concept. You have to see the woman, the Avatar girl, fall in love with him. Just like remember the Gadite girl fall in love, and then she bring him home. Same thing with the Avatar.
And that was bullshit, because fucking the dude, what's his name,
John, same name. That's the same name. That's yes.
He raped Pocahontas. They ended up, passing him around like a second.
Because his name is John something.
Job 41, verse 9. Behold, the hope of him is hanged.
Babylon.
Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? Job 41 and 11. Who have, verse 10. Verse 9. Behold, the hope of him is vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me?
Right, so they multiplied the
So who hath prevented me that I should be ready? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine.
The reason why you're not going to be able to get the Bible, the Lord. So he has special care for the life. He has a purpose. Like I said, his purpose is to bring judgment. When the Leviathan sins, that's how you know it's judgment.
Even Moab know that. Even Lucas.
Yeah. They know what's dwelling in the waters. Yeah, they said that the nuclear missiles, them explosions empower him or something like that.
Yeah, they show you that in Godzilla.
Yeah.
They
Feed off that nuclear.
that's what turned that
Make
turned the
him
little
strong.
new spikes.
Yeah, make him grow, make him strong.
That's crazy.
It's also hidden. I'm not doing this shit.
Job 41 and verse 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion.
We're coming to the point of that stuff. And like they'll show you, like, if you look on Google Earth, it's a, I forgot what part of Earth they show that it's like the little swoop, and it looks like a monster head.
Oh, that's between the Antarctica and Antarctica and Venezuela.
It shows like it's breathing out of the water.
Yeah, so that they've been knowing, but like I said, they're not gonna let the public know this because they won't be able to handle it.
Job 41:13. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double right? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal.
That shows that he saw weapons. I'm sure this is why
This is a sea monster, bro. It's a monstrous sea creature. You know? Go ahead.
One is so near another that no air can come between them.
And it's like that because the Bible dwells in the depths of the ocean where man cannot go to. Because the deeper you get into the ocean, the more intense the sea pressure is. That's why you start seeing those animals that's, in those depths of the ocean, they look all crazy because they have to be like that to be able to survive under that pressure. So Esau tried to take some marines down there, they imploded like what was the shit the other
Like a couple years ago.
Y'all see
them niggas went down there in the Titanic and got crushed up because of the water pressure. Man.
Exploded.
It's submersible, that's what it's called. And they heard, they was listening to the audio, just heard them niggas screaming as that shit was imploding.
It was all over the news.
And it was all rich and meat too. Really a little bit more important.
So Job 41, verse 17. They are joined one to another, they stick together that they cannot be sundered. By his nestings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire go out.
Your first balance, I felt so cute.
When he do that roar, man, everybody gonna hear that.
Hey, remember a couple years ago they had that random fire that was coming up under the ocean? They didn't know what it was. It looked like lava was coming out of the ocean. It was like a couple years ago, man. It made the news and everything. It was like a big ass ring of fire, and it looked like fire was coming out of the ocean.
Matter of fact, remember that picture? Where it was like, it was showing the ocean and it had like the sunset and like way back, like in the water, it had that thing. It looked like a dinosaur that was standing up in the sun. I'll show it to you.
They tried to say after the remember the oil rig thing, to where he saw pretty much like some light.
Yeah, that's what it was. They tried to say it was that. Yep, exactly what it was.
Back here is scales. Their scales are armor plated. I mean, they like armor plated scales. There's nothing gonna come from it, man. Probably harder than Titanic. Shoot a bomb or missile, it's gonna explode, make a little dust, make a little, black spot. That's it.
Job 41, and verse 20. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together, they are firm in themselves, they cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. Right, so just speaking about the magnitude of this creature, right?
Exactly.
Showing you that these elites know that this what we're reading about is real, man. This ain't folklore or no fucking science fiction shit, man.
I like Lord, make it that creatures created for vengeance, spirits created for vengeance. Oh, yeah, brought that up? Oh, okay. Yeah.
But to
same time, it just showed this modern system has desensitizing people. Man.
Yeah, they mystified everything.
Yeah.
Because if you can't see it on your average every day, then it's not real to these people.
Shit, dumb down. That's the truth.
Because think about it. That happened with the so-called UFOs. Now that's common knowledge.
Exactly.
Because all the ancient pictures of the Israelites, see the chairs.
Not even just with the Israelites, ancient pictures.
Ancient pictures, Moab,
Mona Lisa, and all that. They show you that in the background.
cave drones,
Cave drones, yeah.
what was it? Egypt, they had it all.
And also too, like you said, Egypt and the cave drawings, they had the dinosaurs and shit in that too.
Yep.
Serious,
When the
yeah.
Egyptian was playing the sun, with wings on it, they thought it was a cherry.
Yeah.
This that was flying. They couldn't display it. So they put a damn big, red sun with wings on it.
Flying beam of light.
Was it the most high than visited Egyptian back then?
Yep.
They visited, looking over the children.
You got it, bro.
Rock 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Keep going.
Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked.
There you go. Teeth of wild beasts, serpents. Lord got all types of creatures and how you say the word mythological to the world. All right, which is real.
So-called, what they call them, cryptids.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bigfoot. That's what creatures that is real. But the Lord has hidden. Because like I said, it's no way that these stories, if they're fake, have withstood the test of time. We're generations of people that have passed down these stories. Because like, I mentioned Gad, a lot of them talk about that. Right? People are still to this day seeing it. The brother with the video, one of the brothers on his comment board said they actually saw that shit. He said when he saw it, it scared the shit out of him.
Like I was telling bro, I said, like he saw having movies with certain trees that move and stuff. That's real, man. Trees, they living just like we are, man. That's real. More so when they not got all that bare outside, all that bullshit on, when they actually live, they breathe. Trees be moving, man.
Right. They also have sightings of like bat-like creatures, on bridges and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Flying in the middle of the night. They black with red eyes.
Man, that lady caught that one bat. That's probably bigger than RCR. Had it tied up in a garage.
Oh yeah, that's in that was in Australia.
Yeah, that's shit.
It's I forgot the title. Something like that. But it's like about RCR size.
Them motherfuckers big as shit. See that photo? Wait till the Lord put the spirit on you to eat meat.
Yeah, because all animals have the ability to eat meat. Because it's been, we talked about it before, you had like deer eating snake. Remember the video you did with squirrels eating meat? So them animals, they're going to be turned against the people. Whole Job 5. Because that's why I said you're going to have the spirit of the Lord to be able to sustain that day, man. Because when we say all hell's about to break loose, man, we mean it. To where if you don't have the Lord to protect you, you are an open game for whatever judgment the Lord has for you. Oh yeah, he comes to receive.
This brother right here said, Fear Yahweh 7628. He said, movie Cabin in the Woods shows Esau knows all these creatures exist.
I said that because in that movie they show you Bigfoot, they show you the werewolf, they show you all these different shit, chupacabra, the different demons, and what the brother said earlier about them doing the CRISPR and splicing genes and shit.
Yeah.
They were showing you all types of stuff. So that's the spirit, man. The water, brother. I said that earlier. If y'all don't know, you can look it up on YouTube. That scene, type in Cabin in the Woods, they show the scene where the people unleashed all the animals, they just go and start killing them. Yeah, spirit that the ghost that was going and having just people focus. The
beast should be at peace or something like that. It's Job like 5 and like 21.
It's Job 5 and starting 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and rideth double. He woundeth, and his hands are made whole.
Right, because hey, the shit that we're going through right now, man, it's going to all work itself out. That's why at the end of the day, you can't allow that hell to overtake what's common. We're suffering for the better good, man. So, hey, it's best that you take the chastisement now. All right, get that both got fire now. If you want to wait till the time of judgment to start getting right, you're going to die out there.
Job 5 and 18. For he maketh sore and rideth double. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right. 7 troubles represent that perfect protection. All hell is going to bring you. You know, as we've been going into the past, however long we've been talking about this, it's about to get hella spooky out here. All right, your mind is gonna break because of the shit you're gonna see out here if you ain't right in the right spirit.
Say that he shall be weakest water.
Yeah. And niggas ain't gonna want to leave the house.
Yeah, people don't really know the fear of the Lord. They don't really know the power of Yahweh Shema Shai.
The scriptures don't call Yahweh Shema Shai terrible for no reason, man. The King of Terrors, man, the Lord knows how to get you to where you never thought that you would have to see.
And when you read up Job 5, it says in verse 9, which doing great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number. So that shows you, gives you an idea of how much you don't know. Job 5, verse 19.
And it's all going to be revealed in this time too.
Yeah, you're going to see that you want to be crazy.
When the Lord brings it into this world, He's going to roll out. He's going to unleash. Hell, He's already unleashing spirits, all types of stuff, man. So it's going to be crazy before this thing ends.
And the spirit you said was back up because Daniel 12 says it's going to be a time like no other.
No other, man. These people are not going to expect these things to happen.
Nope.
Job 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
That's the certain type of spirit that's going to be on the elect in that day. So it says, well, you going to laugh. All right? And we don't be laughing at these people getting fucked up out here.
Hell yeah. And their legs ripped off, eating. You know how them beasts do.
Yeah, a lot of Israelites, for example, bear. A black bear will eat you and to the point where it doesn't kill you. It'll just eat you. So you'll be alive getting mauled. And then they'll leave you, maybe leave you for a few minutes and come back. And
just leave.
Yeah, and they'll come back and eat you. You're going to suffer. And they're going to come back and start feasting like in the record.
And you keep it fresh too.
That's judgment. Because at that point, you're gonna be asking God just to kill you, just take your spirit. He's gonna leave you to suffer some more. Ooh. Man. More on that? It's a little bit more.
Job 5 and verse 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you.
Right, because we're gonna go to the elect. The Lord is gonna make us tap back in with the earth to where everything's gonna be in our favor. You know, that's what's gonna allow, you know, things like what happened with Elijah when the animals was benefiting, bringing them food, they're protecting them. You know, because it could be a situation to where, hey, you and your family have to hide somewhere, there's a fucking mountain lion or something out there, and instead of it attacking you, it protects you, and it attacks anybody that comes towards you.
Eagle can fly down and drop a fish right at your feet.
Right.
You and your family. Anytime.
One of the latter seasons, you go to a Jacob tiger. You know, so early. 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 You know, so ear
Who gonna maintain them animals in the zoo when this shit hit the fan?
Oh, they gonna get loose. Hey, they gonna get loose and be roaming.
You know how many zoos is around America?
Shit, what's that
You know?
scripture? And I think it's the second Ezra where it said that creatures shall change their place, and venture women shall bring forth monsters. But that's what you said. These animals gonna get loose, man.
I always told you. Not just under gas, dog, all types of animals.
Hey, nigga worried about pit bull, but you got a polar bear. And there's things like that with a polar bear. A polar bear can be hunting you for days and you don't know. The one time you see it, it's about to eat you. Yeah, like there was a show on Animal Planet that come on with animals attack. And this woman was living in Antarctica, and she was leaving the party and got mauled by a polar bear. She didn't know that she was hunting.
That's what those people ask for Canada.
Right.
They say black bears and grizzly bears, they will attack people, but like what you mentioned, polar bears, they actively pursue humans like a
Yeah,
prey.
yeah, because a polar bear can smell you from blocks away. So it has one of the most key senses to smell. As well as they reported that they said that it's panthers, jaguars, they catch it. That's in these cities.
Oh yeah.
So animals that you never thought that you only see in safaris and shit that's actually here, that's not in zoo. That's in the wild right now. You never thought you'd see.
Now, it's Amos chapter 5 and verse 18, it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?"
Yeah, what end is it for you if you haven't been serving the Lord like you were meant to? All right, all that God, I love God, God knows my heart, all that. That's not benefit you in that day if you didn't do the will of the Lord. Because we have, all of us have the opportunity and liberty to serve the Lord. All right, you have the majority of our people that are forsaken. All right, they're using their liberty to pay for the flesh.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Right, so it says
Amos 5 and 18, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light."
darkness is not light. You're not going to have no answers for what's going on.
Right.
Right? You're going to be wondering how to get out of those situations. Why everybody around me is dying? Why am I suffering? Why is one of the most intense questions you can think? You're not going to have no answer. Until the time the Lord is going to bring back and experience, you have the opportunity to think.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Right, showing you you're not going to be able to obey judgment in that time, man. Because when the Lord fully shuts the doors of repentance and begins to open up the judgment upon the world, that's it. If you're not ready to be one of the Lord's elect, all right, your death is imminent, no matter how you're going to be one to beg the Lord just to get it over with. When you're in that moment, the Lord's going to preserve you, man. To what 5 minutes he can make feel like days. Like I made this dance, and be tortured. So that being mentioned, this is why the fear of the Lord is a must. That's why we quoted Isaiah 8. The fear of the Lord is our treasure because we understand, all right, why the Lord is to be feared. We understand the importance of repentance because we don't want no faults to be covered when we go to church. We want to be covered in that thing, right?
It says, reports of a giant black panther in North Carolina are widespread folklore, and local scientists describing a large, long-tailed, jet black feline, often linked to the myth of the beast of Black of Cherokee Devil. Despite numerous eyewitness accounts of creatures the size of bears, if they see wildlife resource people state there is no scientific evidence of repopulation of black panthers.
She's going to always put that disclaimer out there. We don't know. Because it's even just going back to like early North American times, man. It's creatures that Esau said went extinct that the Lord's going to bring back, like for example, bears extinct that's going back against the populace. That's not true. And some creatures that Esau said, yeah, you're going to see shit like this popping back up, man. This is huge, man. You know? Animals, they say, you're extinct. You're going to see it pop up, man.
And even before they started building all these cities, man, there was life was, running the earth, man.
Yeah.
So as they chased them all off, you look at places like California, there's a bear on the flag for a reason. Because that whole area was full of brown bears, man.
Yeah.
So they killed all the bears so people could live there without being involved in them.
Yeah.
So now we're about to start seeing that society shuts down, the animals are going to start to take over these domains.
Hey, Esau's gonna be one man people getting fucked up, you know. But also two things too, man. But mainly Esau, the Lord is really gonna allow the animals to get that.
Got by the rule.
Yeah, that video on that the Darwin. The dude had the dog was walking, and that motherfucker stood up. It was about half the size of the tree, man.
So 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 8, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be opposite out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters. And ultimately, we're in a time of the end where, the Lord is essentially dispatching the animals to, enact judgment. You got a couple months ago, they got they call it an invasion species of wild boar.
I said that that shit was crazy. It's showing you, like we're going into, man, judgment. The judgment is going to be so bad out here, like people don't want that. Now the time the Lord is going to keep it for your rebellion.
Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 2. It says, it shall come to pass when they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? And thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 times, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowl of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy.
That's the different judgments the Lord has set for people. And one of those judgments is the animals. The animals attack. These people's judgment. It's going to be a mark. I would be eaten, killed. The Lord promised the beast to get that too. So retribution is not only for us, but for the earth itself. With that, one woman in this lesson edified. So for honor for our apostles and elders, the great millstone that told us the truth and do well, keep the citation selected until next time we say shalom.
So long.
We got a little chilly out here.
Yeah, it's rough.